Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Mailbox Power Mastermind call that happens every single Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, and you can do the rest of the math. um, but we come together every Monday morning to mastermind and help each other with our Mailbox Power businesses. And in turn, it ends up increasing whatever business it is that you have outside of Mailbox Power, if you have a business outside of Mailbox Power, because obviously we're talking about marketing ideas and marketing tips and how to talk to prospects. And you want to know what that can be transferred to any business that you have. But we like to start the week with Mailbox Power wins. And does anybody have a Mailbox Power win they would like to share for this week?
Well, I don't know if it's a win or not, but one thing I found out is we can incorporate Mailbox Power into other things than Rocket Notes. And
Yes.
I'm moving my insurance agency to a different agency, and they have a what's called Go High Level, which is similar platform
Yep.
to Rocket Notes.
Yep.
And I'm glad I'm just able to move it so I can still use it and incorporate it in direct mail with all the other stuff that we're able to do.
Yay. Yes. And that's a great point, Brian, because many times you'll run into a client and a client is apprehensive about putting their data in two different systems or being able to retype because it's work, right? If you have to put your stuff in one CRM that you're using for your business and then you have to go re-enter it in another one, that's a PITA, a pain in the ass. It's a PITA. And we do have integrations. The nice thing about Mailbox Power is we have an open API. And what that means is we integrate with Zapier, we integrate with Go High Level is a direct one. Hold on, I want to bring it up because I will forget all of them that we have. Mm, uh, my brain is blanking, so give me just a second because I'm going to tell you what they all are. But if somebody has a Zapier account, even if they don't, somebody can get a free Zapier account as long as it's not a complicated integration, in other words, not multiple steps, then there's no cost to set up a Zapier account and do an integration with Mailbox Power. Now that being said, for those that might be watching the replay or are live, when you do an integration, you want to keep an eye on it because we're in an ever-changing cyber digital computer world. And things change and they update apps all the time and they update Zapier. And when they update Zapier or whatever integration tool you're using, guess what? It might break the integration with Mailbox Power and it needs to be tweaked and fixed. So Kimberly's like, what? Yes. Just because somebody sets up an integration doesn't mean it's good for life. And the reason why I say that is because I've had a few customers that have gotten frustrated and they've gone in and said, I thought everything was working. And a month later or 2 months later, they realized that things haven't been working the way they thought they were going to work. And Kimberly, I did make you a co-host, by the way, so I hope you don't mind. Um, and so you do have to keep an eye on those and make sure, but at least then you're not entering every one. You're just keeping an eye on making sure the integration is working. So our integrations that we are directly connected with, a direct link, are Rocket Notes, Lead Connector, Go High Level, Keep, HubSpot, API Nation, and Zapier. And then if one of those doesn't work with the platform you are using, if you're watching this replay and you're watching a different CRM or using a different CRM, then go to Zapier and see if there's a Zapier connection. And if not, you just need to get with one of our integration specialists, because we have an open API, which means somebody can actually code the integration. That's a little more complicated. It's going to cost you a little more money, but I'll tell you, it's well worth it to set it up on the front end so that it is working for you even when you're not. So you go on vacation, you enter somebody in your CRM or your admin does, and you don't have to worry about whether your admin actually sent the thank you gift or the nice to meet you gift. It just automatically goes. So I'm glad you brought that up on the integrations. Any other wins for the week with Mailbox Power that anybody would like to share? Nope. All right. Well, then today, is there any topic we've kind of been talking a lot about, because Mike and I play poker, how poker and business are similar. So if you haven't been watching live or haven't been watching the replays, please go to YouTube and type the @ Life's Real Currency, and you will find our channel. So youtube.com/@ Life's Real Currency, LIFES, real, REAL, currency, CURRENCY, and go to the Mailbox Power Mastermind playlist and go watch the replays. But what are some challenges people are having right now that you want to discuss today? Anybody? Come on, there's got to be somebody. I think Kimberly's trying to unmute. Oh, Tina. Let's start with Tina.
No, I just have a question. My husband was commenting yesterday that postage is going up considerably. Do you know what it's going up to and when?
It already did. I think it was yesterday or today. It's right around that. And they went from 68 cents to 73. So it went up 5 cents on the cards and the medium postcards. And the postage, I believe, hold on, I'm going to tell you, on the postcards, I think went from 41 to 45. I'm looking, because that's one thing I don't keep up with well. So 4x6 postcards went from 53 cents to 56 cents. So
Okay.
68 to 73, that's greeting cards, it's flyers, it's letters. It's your 5.5 by 8.5 postcards. And then your domestic 4x6 postcards went from 53 to 56 cents. And international went from $1.55 to $1.65. And those postage rates were effective as of yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
So yes, they went up a little bit, but anybody watching the replay, most that are on here understand, but you know, people are going to freak out over a 5-cent increase. But let me ask you this. If Google charged you 5 cents more a lead, or Facebook charged you 5 cents more a lead, or Zillow charged you 5 cents more a lead, you would not freak out. So why do people freak out about 5 cents on a stamp? 73 cents to send a card, because your first 50 or 200, depending on the plan you are on, are absolutely no cost. So it's costing you 73 cents. Now, yes, if you have to go over your limit on currently these prices, FYI, disclaimer, these are prices as of July 15th, 2024. So if you're watching this in a year or 2 years and you're saying, wait a minute, that's not the price I see. Disclaimer, prices change. But right now it's 68 cents for each additional card on the Pro membership, and it's only, or 78 cents, and it's 68 cents on the executive. I'm sorry, but even at 78 and 73, you're at like $1.50. Are your clients and prospects worth $1.50? I hope they're worth way more than that, and that you are sending gifts, because gifts are the secret sauce. They really are. Gifts are the secret sauce. Anybody want to tell me why?
100% open rate.
It's 100% open rate, but what is the first thing somebody opens if they go to the mailbox?
The
A
box.
box. And they're curious. Mail, they're like, okay, what's this? What's this? A box? Everything gets dropped on the counter or wherever, and it's the first thing that's opened. You stand out from the crowd when you do what we call lumpy mail. So a hard cardboard envelope or a thick envelope or a box, lumpy mail gets people's attention. Kimberly, you had a win to share.
Well, I had a challenge. One of my members just got promoted to become a pastor. And so I'm going to have to step in and help her create some cards, because she's still trying to build a relationship with her admin. She doesn't. And I said, you know what? I can't have you wait on this.
Yes, you need to
because
start
this
now.
is really, really important. And I know that if I can just help her, because she's a pastor, it's an open door to so many other contacts that are in that same role. So I'm just going to go in, create some cards with the church picture on them, and, you know, do some welcome cards and thank you cards, and just, you know, just get it done. Get her done.
Get her done. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's another great point, Kimberly, is we talk about our time, and our time is worth something. And many times I tell you, don't give it away for free, because your time is worth something. But at the same point, you need to get your customers started right. And Kimberly made a good point. And there are times when I will step in and offer my services for free or extremely discounted, especially if it's my client. If it's somebody else's client and there's no residuals coming in, no, the discount doesn't happen. But or if I know that this is a continual customer that's going to be concierge done for you, if I know monthly or quarterly or even yearly, I know they're coming back to me time after time after time, that's where I'm going to give the discounts, because that's the long-term relationship. That's the lifetime value of the client. And so you're looking at that, and Kimberly is very smart. Kimberly is like, if I help her get this set up, she's not only a pastor, if I remember correctly, but she's overseeing lots of churches. And so Kimberly's like, if I get her set up right, and I have everything, the system set up, that all I got to do is go into her account when a new church signs up and share the designs from her account or Kimberly's account, because Kimberly, FYI, you might want to control those designs and put them in your account, because what if it's a church that's not associated with her? Are you going to go into her account and share it with somebody else? Build it in yours. Then it's always shareable. If she drops and doesn't have an account at some point, then you can't share from her account. Always, I learned this the hard way, so learn from me. Always build the designs in your account, because it's only shareable once. So if I build a design and I share it with Tina, Tina can't turn around and share it with her team without getting permission from me or paying me for that design to share with their account. So once you get that set up, Kimberly, it might be a minimal fee that when a new church signs up, you're not getting the money now maybe, but as other churches sign up, you say it's a one-time $50 fee for all, or 25, whatever it is, for all of the cards that are already designed, and we'll share them with your account, and then you can go in, or your admin can go in and make the changes so that it says your church and your information. Or you can pay me this much extra fee to go do that for you once I share the designs to your account. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Trust me, I've learned the hard way. So learn from me. Don't make the same mistakes I made.
That is brilliant, Brenda.
Yeah. So I do that currently right now. I've built designs for lawyers. I've built designs for travel agents. I've built designs for insurance agents. I've built designs for different network marketing companies. And when I do, I never use it exactly as is. I tweak it so that it's not, I'm not asking for the same amount from two different people, and I've already done the design. But most of those people are the ones that are referring. And like the travel agent says to me, I'm coaching other travel agents. Give it to them for free. Whatever I've paid for, just share it to their account. And I'm okay with that. And then I just charge to put their branding, their contact information and that on it. So I don't charge them a design fee. I just charge them an admin kind of fee to go in and update it to all of their information. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So Tina, for example, as you ramp back up and have a team, you have already hired us to do some of the stuff in the past, but if you hired us to do stuff or you built it yourself, because I happen to know your situation, either way, then what you can do is, as other team members come on, you can say, I have a proven system. Kimberly, this is perfect for even Legal Shield. Go find other Legal Shield reps, whether they're your reps or not. Go find other Legal Shield reps and say, I have a proven system for Legal Shield reps to stay in touch and top of mind with their clients and their prospects. And I am willing to share that with you. And if it's on your team, it's free, because you're going to make residuals when they're successful. If it's somebody else, you have a small fee. I know Tiffany, Sosa. I'm like, Tiffany what? Tiffany Sosa has built all of those designs, and she will share them with other doTERRA reps, but there is a fee to share them with other doTERRA reps that are not on her team. And I have actually tapped into Tiffany and created that relationship so that if I ever have a doTERRA person, that I can reach out to Tiffany and tell them how much it's going to be through Tiffany, and then I get the money to Tiffany and Tiffany shares the designs with them. So if you are an expert in your field, take advantage of sharing designs that you have created, especially if there is a lack of designs in that industry in the design catalog and automation catalog. Especially if you're the pioneer like Tiffany was with doTERRA. There really wasn't anything out there, or there was like one or two things. If you are your industry, you are the pioneer and you've already built stuff for you and it's working, why not put it out there on the Mailbox Power Facebook page and say, hey, do you know any Mary Kay reps? Do you know any doTERRA reps? Do you know any Legal Shield reps that you've been talking to about Mailbox Power and they're dragging their feet about joining? Well, guess what? I've already built a proven system for them, and this is the cost. You don't have to put that in the Facebook group. You can say, I've already built a proven system and I'm willing to sell it at a small fee so that they can get up and started quickly and effectively. Kimberly.
I reached out to Bob Wilcox and I got this.
So did I.
Oh my gosh. He's charging $10.
Yep.
he sends the booklet to you and you tweak it to how you want it. It is
Yep.
amazing because it's just what some of my members, they need to see something. I mean, yes, there's steps and there's a tutorial, but when they can look at something and visually see it, then they can understand it. And this is just the basic. I love it. And
It is.
so
It's brilliant.
it's brilliant.
I'll
7
tweak it.
power steps.
Yep, I will tweak it. This is just me. You all can use it however you want. Reach out to Bob, but we are going to get the design from him. I just got mine yesterday or the day before in the mail. And the only way I would tweak it is I actually will either use it as a new client guide because that's
Yes.
really what it is, and take all of the stuff out. They've already signed up for a membership at that point. So I don't need membership stuff. I'll use those pages for other things. Or I will use it. It's kind of a blended right now. And I would like to take it and make it two different things, either a prospects one where it says, this is how easy it is instead of step by step how to sign up. I would say this is how easy it is to use the system. And the other one would be, now you have an account, here's how you become successful. Here's how you send your first things, so that maybe you don't have as much of that hand holding at the beginning of how to do things. Because
Incredible.
you're right, because it's just like Tiffany did with doTERRA. She has a whole getting started right guide for doTERRA as a doTERRA rep. What does it take to be successful in doTERRA? Do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, make sure you have your shopping link set up. Blah, you know, she's got all of that set up in a gigagram. If a gigagram is enough for the business you're in, then use a gigagram. If not, if you need something more complex like we do at Mailbox Power, then use a brochure.
20 pages of pure gems.
Yep. I agree. I agree. Any other challenges that people want to talk about this morning? Questions, challenges? No? Wow.
All right, I'll throw one out.
Okay.
Since again, my wife is going to probably start taking my place on these calls, or maybe we'll both be on them to help. One of the first things for her to do as my admin assistant is to understand Mailbox Power. So this call obviously would be a good place. Which other calls or whatever should she be on?
So we have a training call that happens every single day, or an online, a Zoom help. So on, I believe, I will have to go look because I don't use them because I'm been around for a while. But I believe the schedule is still Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is Bobby Joe. And it's just open office hours. So if she has any questions, she starts doing something in Mailbox Power, she's having a challenge, needs help, that's where you go. My understanding is still on Wednesdays, it is Frank or somebody like that that is actually doing an overview of the system like we used to do, where they actually step by step go through the system and show you how to use it. So that one's not. Just check the calendar to the right when you log in from the main page from the dashboard, and you will see what the upcoming schedule is. Obviously, if you guys are executive, or if somebody watching this replay is an executive, you may also click on the bell at the top and schedule a private time to chat with corporate and get help. Now, that bell is not done for you. In other words, if you're going to click on that bell, it's I need help with something. It's not I want you to do it. So it's done with you not done for you. So I just want to make that clear that the executive button is not a button to schedule a call and say, I need this, 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 and this, and they'll go off and do it. That's what you hire Mike and I for, to get those type of things done. Any other questions or challenges? If not, we can make it a short call. Nope. Well, Kimberly has stepped up to the plate. Is it next? Oh, it's not next week. It's in 2 weeks. I'm like, it's still 2 weeks away because I leave next Wednesday for Florida. So I will see you next Monday. But Kimberly is taking over the call at the end of the month for me because I will be on vacation with my grandkids and my family in Florida at Disney World. So I will see you next Monday. In the meantime, if you have any questions or challenges, please send them to me in Facebook Messenger. And that way we can discuss them on a Monday morning call, especially if you are watching a replay, because you don't get to ask the questions live. So why not, if you're having challenges and you're watching all these replays to figure out how to solve those challenges, why not just reach out to me in Facebook Messenger and say, hey, Brenda, you know, this is the challenge I'm having. I can never get on the calls, but would you address that on the Monday morning call? And I would be glad to do that. And if I get any the week that Kimberly will be taking over the call, I will pass them on to her so that she knows, so that she can try to answer it, or she can flip it back to me and say, nope, Brenda, you handle that the next week. Is that fair enough, Kimberly?
Yes, because I have something juicy, really juicy
Ooh.
for everybody on that shows up. And it is
Oh,
all
awesome.
about participation.
Nice. Did you hear that? Be ready to participate the end of the month while Kimberly is on. So with that, I hope you all have a fabulous week, and I will see you next Monday on the Mastermind call. Bye, everyone.